Hi, my name is Rishna Gunness and I am the head chef at A Pot of Courage, and today I'm going to share my recipe kucha, which is a fruit and vegetable chili pickle from my homeland of Mauritius. Kucha is really easy to make. It doesn't take a lot of your time. You just have to dice a few fruits and veg and mix it all together, and you put it in a clean jar, top it up with oil, and and then you can just fridge it and keep it for 3 to 4 months. But most of the time it doesn't even last that long because it's that good. I normally eat it, with breakfast, scrambled eggs, in sandwiches and cheese. That's really good. Or just as a pickle with rice and curries as well. I hope you would enjoy it. So to sterilize your jars, I've run it through the dishwasher, but you can just wash it with really hot water. Once you've done that, you don't need to dry it. Just put your oven on 170 degrees. So if you don't have a rack, you can just put it straight on. And I would normally leave it in there for 15 minutes. And should be ready in 15 minutes. So I have prepared some ingredients from before. Everything has been washed. I've got some peeled garlic already. I've got some green beans. I've got some green apples and red apples just to make it look colorful. I've got some red long chilies. Got some carrots as well. And we're going to be using some bird's eye, but you can choose not to use them because they are quite hot. I have some turmeric powder, some salt, mustard seeds, and I've crushed some of the mustard seeds from before, and just normal canola oil or vegetable oil. Anything that you have at home should do, and you can use olive oil as well if you prefer. I usually don't peel my carrots when I'm cooking because if you wash them properly, I don't think you need to peel them. So I'm just gonna dice them in like squares. It doesn't need to be even or anything. It's just pickles for you. I normally don't really care about the size. As long as, it has a bite to it, it should do. So I'm just gonna chop everything and just add them all together because at the end everything needs to be mixed anyway. This recipe has evolved with time. It used to be just a pickle of fruits with mustard, garlic and turmeric, but people have tweaked it, and now we use heaps of fruits and vegetables that are in season, and anything that you like or you have in your fridge. Today I'm gonna be using carrots, apples, chilies, mustard seeds, turmeric, garlic, salt, oil. I learned this recipe from my mom back home, and she tweaked it. She started adding veggies in it because, as kids it's really hard to get, everyone to eat their vegetables, and everyone at home loved this pickle so much. So she started sneaking veggies in it and almost became this new recipe that I have been making every time, I have time or I miss home. I'm gonna, with the mustard seeds, I normally use a mortar and pestle if you don't have a small spice grinder, just because with a big one it gets lost and it doesn't really crush the seeds. So if you have a mortar and pestle, just crush it. Ooh.
Morning workout.
So I've used around 1 cup of mustard seeds. I'm going to do some mixing. I might put some gloves on because of the chilies. And turmeric, especially turmeric. So you just give it a good mix. And if you see there's not heaps of apples or carrots, you can add more. Or chilies. And then just put the mustard in here. And then I'm going to put some salt. I normally use a decent amount of salt in this because it is a preservative agent as well. You can add more mustard if you want to, but you don't have to, but I will. So I just like the mustard. You know, after a few, maybe 3 to 4 days in the fridge or just sitting in that oil, your oil, have you ever had mustard oil before?
Not mustard oil.
Yeah, it's really pungent and strong, but man, it's so good. And then I'm gonna finish off with oil. I normally use heaps of oil because that will help preserving it. I'm just gonna taste for salt. That's one of the things I do all the time. I always taste. Okay, that's done. And top it up with oil. And that's all done. I would like to mention a little bit more about A Pot of Courage. It is a not-for-profit cafe that focuses on empowering immigrant women. And we have a lot of volunteers as well here who we train in hospitality skills and just get them confidence so that they can go out and seek jobs in hospitality. I joined A Pot of Courage last year around June. I was headhunted by Shiri, the founder, through Instagram. And I was making tortillas at that time, and I still am. And she had a Colombian dish on their menu, and she wanted to use authentically made tortillas from scratch. So she got me on board, and we started talking. We talked about my background in the kitchen as a chef. And they were planning on opening a cafe here, and that's, long story short, I started working here as a chef, and it's been quite a journey. I have learned so much working with all these different women from different countries about their cuisines, about their cultures. It has been a very rewarding experience for me. We will be offering cooking classes in the near future, maybe 3 to 4 months from now, hopefully. And we do catering as well. A Pot of Courage is situated here at Berkeley Square, where the cafe is, and we open Wednesday to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.